What's good, YouTube? We back. That's all I can say is we back. I know it's been a while, but hey, I came back for I got something to say too. But nah, this is Kobe start off in 2002, 2003. And we just gonna get right into it. Start off with the Trailblazers against the Memphis Grizzlies. Kobe got busy. What can I say? KG is a new member of the Grizzlies. KG started off in Minnesota at the beginning of. That's what I wanted to say too. Not to interrupt my commentary, but if you're not new here, if you've been here before, you know I do fantasy draft in my NBA. So this is basically what that is. That's why you see all the NBA stars on different teams and KG getting busy real quick. KG, we see you, baby. On the boards, KG on the boards. KG's just making up for mistakes that Memphis is having. But Mike Miller was getting busy, and so was Gilbert Arenas, such as you. Now, Trailblazers last year, they had Michael Redd, and before that, they made it to the finals, I want to say. They did make it to the finals. They made it to the finals against Washington Wizards. But like I said, let's get back to the game. Mike Miller off the screen. And just treating Dixon like his son. Kobe with the attitude that you can see. Memphis and Portland went to 6 games. Games 1 and 2 was split in half. As you can see, Mike Miller getting that shot. Games 1, Arenas was the man. Half of their games. Games 2, Kobe and KG combined for 56. Arenas and Mike Miller combined for 54. Game 3, which is what we watching. Game 3, Memphis led the Blazers in points in the paint, 34-8. They took only 2 shots and missed both of them. I keep saying, as you can see, Kobe getting active. Arenas getting active. Get Arenas some help. That's all I gotta say. Like I said, game 3 was just Memphis game. Kobe KG ended with 19 off very efficient points. Kobe with an 8 out of 10. As he get the dunk, Kobe with an 8 out of 10, and KG went for 8 out of 14. Arenas led the Blazers in the low. Like I said before, he led the Blazers in the low. Mike Miller was missing tonight. Even though he got that shot, that was probably one of his only shots. Ben Gordon off the bench with 3 points. That was about the only 3 he had. Dixon. Fourth quarter was just Kobe's quarter. It's when you see the black mama getting that. Like I said, it went to 6 games. Kobe with a 16.5. KG. Stats are right there. We ain't gotta say nothing. On to Washington and Miami. Now this series was very straight to the point. Obviously, with Washington being the favorite, Miami's mediocre season. It's Shane Bitty against the block, but that block doesn't matter. Steve Nash was one of the best performances of his career. Not only led Washington, but was one of the top performers of the first round. Royal, we see you in the cut. While Nash was leading his team, so was Tyson Chandler and Chris Webber. But that's not the downplay Washington performance, obviously. Miami is an Asian team. They definitely missing a couple pieces. We don't know what those pieces is. Maybe they'll make up for it next season, but we just gonna have to see. Bill Cox off the bench for the Euro. Steve Nash finished game 1 with 25 in the first game. As he's just making it look so easy. Chandler and Weber combined for 23 that game 1. What can I say, man? Washington being one of those teams, you know, with multiple scores, multiple defenders, what can you do? And with Miami being the 8th seed and not too much luck, you just, at least they won one game. Monte Ellis off the bench. Game 2 seed, Weber shows, you know, glimpses of his old self. You know, he ended the game with 23. As you can see, these are the stats for Washington and Miami. Like I said, it was straight to the point 4-1. Steve Nash with a 17.5. We head to Milwaukee and Atlanta. Paul Pierce from the 3. Paul Pierce, what can I say? El Gas was good. El Gas was just showing, you know, that what he's doing what he's supposed to do. But it's in these games are in round 1, should I say. Jamal Crawford, Paul Pierce are the man. Are the men. Shaq still getting busy though with the hand 1. Hudson was balling too. Atlanta just made Milwaukee look they didn't deserve nothing. Milwaukee has been leading the last 2 seasons. And the standing, should I say, has been Boston and Milwaukee. Top 2 for the last couple seasons. They never. I think maybe Milwaukee made it to the conference finals. Maybe like once, twice. Atlanta, this is Atlanta's breakout team. I never seen Atlanta playing like that. Maybe it's the addition of Jamal Crawford and Al Jefferson. Al Jefferson got drafted last season. El Gas is with another steal. He got two steals they needed. Between the close game, this is game 1. Like I said, Jamal Crawford and Paul Pierce were the men of the game. Milwaukee trying to do something down by 5. They give it to Shaq. Shaq Doug with these big D's with Doug. Touching, playmaking, efficiency for game 1 was just crazy. And they run off the screenplay, but like the Washington and Miami series, this series went to 4-1. Here was 64. Like I said, from history. Remember? Now we're on to Charlotte. Boston, Jason Richardson. I just want to point out Jason Richardson. He played for Charlotte, but he was playing for Boston the last couple seasons. Boston is a very overpowered team. As you can see, they have Elton Brand with the likes of Larry Hughes, Gary Kittles. Boston has had this overpowered team for so long, but never was able to really get over that hump and get to that next level they needed to, or show the fans, you know. But this season may be different. So that's not the underplay. Charlotte has done wonderful things this season. With adding Baron Davis, Jason Richardson. Like I said, from 3. Hey, he's taking it to his team. I feel like he has something to prove. That's Elton Brand getting the block. Celtics. What more can you say about the Celtics? Celtics are deep as hell. Like I said, with the likes of Kyle Korver, Elton Brand, Sean Marion, John Stockton. John Stockton's like 40 years old. Sean Marion for 3. I don't know where he developed this shot from. Maybe I'm just like a non-ball nowhere. But don't leave Sean Murray open. Charlotte with another alley-oop. Flip Murray. What more can I say about Flip Murray? Flip Murray, a decent at piece off the league. You know they can get you a Euro step, an easy shot in the paint. Elton Brand with a fadeaway in front of the post. And Boston is just making it look too easy. What can I say? Number 1 seed versus, no, this is the number 2 seed and 7 seed. Don't want to downplay Charlotte. Larry Davis is just playing like he had something to prove too. But Charlotte went out in a sweep. Elton Brand was 15.5 averaging. Sean Marion averaging 11.8 and Jason Richards averaging 14.6. We go to Dallas and Denver. Where? Denver takes game 1 despite not having Yao Ming. Despite coming off of a conference finals run. Just couldn't do it this year. Just couldn't make it to that strong. Obviously, without that 7 foot tall giant at center. Regardless of, the past, Lamar Odom, Wedge, I don't know. But this was Rashard. Game 1 was Rashard Lewis game. As you can see, don't leave him open. Rashard Lewis finished game 1 with 16, while on Dallas, just Terry and Stackhouse led the way. But obviously, that wasn't enough for game 1. Nuggets led the game in points in the paint. As I'm saying that, Rashard Lewis was a tough layup. Both teams shot terrible from 3. Despite Rashard Lewis making that 3 early, they shot terrible. In this game, in game 1, we're watching game 1. Game 2 seeds, Stackhouse and Terry. So they both combined for 45 to split the series in half. 2 they off 10 boards. Antoine Walker finished with 18 points. This time, Rashard had help, but it just wasn't enough. I think Yao Ming returned for games 5 and 6, but like I said, it just wasn't enough. Denver and Dallas series ends 4-1. Antoine Walker averages 11.8. There's Terry 12.8. Rashard Lewis 12.6. And we go to Detroit versus Orlando. Van Horn in the first quarter. Despite Sam he was 3. Van Horn in the first quarter, I think he hit like 5 3. As well as LeBron, everybody was chucking up shots tonight. Chucking them up. Fading away, chucking shots. Well, at least they going in. LeBron making a statement in this series. LeBron being in his 3rd season looks to keep adding accolades to his legacy. This is steamroll over the Magic with them being the favorites in this matchup. So I don't think nobody had Orlando on their bingo card. Am I right? Sam Cassell with another layup. Detroit's biggest lead in game 1 was 17. Game 2, LeBron had 35. Cassell had 17. Steven Jackson with 17 as well. As we're looking at Steven Jackson get a tough layup. A tough one. Let's focus on Orlando. Or let's switch the focus on to Orlando. Mikael Petries. He actually led Orlando. Him and Boris D.I. in game 2. They had 25 combined points. D.I. with a double-double, 23 and 11. Pistons actually led that game in fast break points. Sam Cassell with another tough layup. We never have to ask, where's LeBron held back? Because you're looking at it. Speaking of LeBron, making it look easy. Pistons up 24-20 in the 3rd quarter. We're talking a lot about Detroit, but It's really a close game as they get the alley-oop going in the break. Kirk Herbert. A lot to speak about Kirk Herbert. Coming off that injury and stuff. We hope you get well, Kirk. Jared Jake with a rare appearance. And Isaac Hayes from 3. As you can see, Pistons sweep Orlando. LeBron with an 18, averaging 18. Sam Cassell with a 10.7. And like I said, Mikael Peaches with a 10.5. Now we go to San Antonio and Minnesota. Dunleavy getting a turnover. Rip Hamilton. Shout out Rip. We looking at your boy. The number 2 Spurs take on the number 6 Lakers. I'm sorry about that, man. Amari and Page both finished game 1 with a double-double. San Antonio, y'all got the boys on. Hey, Al Hamilton with a sneaky dunk. Jameer led that game with 16 assists. I feel like San Antonio should have been that top team for the last couple seasons. Matter of fact. But they just never made that, extra jump. Maybe this season they'll make this jump. Luke Renard, playmaking, catching, finding J.R. Smith, but he missed it. I don't know who that was, but they got the alley-oop. Minnesota's new Michael Redd finally on the team that he can lead himself. I mentioned before he played for Portland. I think he did pretty good in his first season in Minnesota as he's getting that layup. Speaking of Michael Redd, like the last game, this is a close game. But will it stay close? Rip Hamilton with oh my goodness, making it look too easy. Ain't no love in Texas. Ain't no love in Texas as the Spurs led in all categories except bench points. Because they were off by 1 point. Minnesota had 5 players in double digits despite losing game 1. J.R. Smith with another 3. Hey, what can I say? The game is still close though. Rip Hamilton with another layup. Amari was top 3 scorers of the first round as I'm speaking, and Michael Redd is getting another 3. And as I say that, Rip Hamilton is getting another lay. Minnesota with it. It's 28-27. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. J.R. Smith to Jay Williams with the wrap 3. 28-30 is the score. Spurs give it to Stoudemire. Pager. How could I forget about Pager? Like I said, like I did mention, him and Pager and Amari were in double digits, and they both had double doubles. Pager being the leading man in the fourth quarter, he led the Spurs right to the win. What can I say, man? Al Harrington backing down Pager, making it look easy. 36-36. Score is tied. The score did go down to the wire, should I say. Pager running down coast to coast and just making it look smooth. Vanessa. Yes, I said Vanessa. But one more drive from San Antonio. We're going to see who really take the game. Pager with another 3. We have another sweep on our hands. San Antonio sweeps Timberwolves. Amari averages 17 points. Like I said, he was top 3. Now we go to Utah and Los Angeles. Jermaine O'Neal with a layup out the gate. Utah and Los Angeles being the only other series to go to 7 games. Game 1 was a low-scoring game for both teams. They had multiple low-scoring games, matter of fact. Jazz led game 1 in bench points and points in the paint. Game 2, Utah showed their experience to the Lakers. The Lakers been missing out on the playoffs for the last couple of seasons. We ain't gonna speak on that. But games 2 and 3, matter of fact, games 2 and 3, Utah showed their experience. 4 players in double digits in game 2. Nowitzki and Nick Van Exel led the way. Richard Jefferson with a double-double as well as Nowitzki in Game 2. Game 3 more the same, but Lakers are figuring Utah out a little bit. Like every game they get a little bit over the hump, but then like Game 3 they lost that one by one. Nowitzki finished the game with 20. Game 4 was a lower scoring night. Like I said, they had multiple low scoring nights for both teams. With both teams only scoring a combined 48 points. I guess you could say was the defensive matchup. That's what we gonna call it. We gonna call it a defensive matchup. But this is where the Lakers make the switch, and they finally get a win in Game 4. Game 5, the Lakers get another win from 3-0 to 3-2, making a series from 3-0 to 3-2. Lakers led that game in points off the bench. We gonna talk about some more Lakers, should I say? Jermaine O'Neal having one of those games once again in Game 5. He finished with 16-4, leading the Lakers to another win. They blew 3-0. Like I said, they blew 3-0. There's nothing more to say to it. Chauncey Billups from 3. Chauncey Billups had a few threes in that game. Like I said, it's the Jermaine O'Neal show. Nowitzki can't do anything about it. He's getting manhandled in the game. Nowitzki, the only one that showed up in Game 7 was Dirk. As him and O'Neal go at each other, they went at each other next this series. I love a good matchup between power forwards. As you like, Nowitzki, it's too easy for him. O'Neal gets that block though. And Lakers steamrolled the Jazz from Game 4 to Game 7. There's nothing more to say. A tough layup from number 55. I think this is Game 7, third quarter, 14-12. Chauncey Billups missing a shot. Who's on the glass? Who's on the glass? Lakers just made it look too easy in this Game 7. Utah definitely didn't come to play. As getting the and one, TJ Ford. Utah dealing with a lot of injuries as well. David Robinson, Jason Williams. They didn't have him most of the season. He was out with that torn ACL injury. Dirk Nowitzki, but that's still no excuse to blow a 3-0. Like I said, they blew a 3-0, 4-3. Dirk averaged 12, Jermaine 10. It's kind of crazy. He averaged 10 and they blew a 10. These are the top performers of the first round. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. I love y'all. I thank you. More videos coming soon.